Woo! All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Reisinger, professor of J560, managing online public relations for the School of Journalism and PR at IU School of Journalism and PR at IUPUI. We're all very proud to be Jaguars. Go Jags. And tonight, is our weekly hangout where we talk PR and social media, talk a little bit of strategy and tactics, and we're going to talk LinkedIn and Facebook. So I'm going to start with LinkedIn tonight, and we're going to chat about that. You guys have been actively posting on it, which is good. And then I'll go to Facebook because everybody's, more familiar with Facebook, and we'll talk about a little bit of personal stuff and business stuff. And if we don't get through it all, I'll just, carry on the discussion. But hey, LinkedIn, does everybody like LinkedIn here? I mean, is it rough on, and then for you, here's, person number 5. Is LinkedIn hard for you to do? Is it hard for you to remember to post? Anybody?
I think it's kind of dry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like I don't feel like I'm not as compelled to post what I would consider like fun, possibly kind of bizarre content to it.
Sure. Sure.
I feel like I have to have very serious overtones in anything that I post on it.
I get that, and LinkedIn is the business one, but I mean, there still is, I think, that opportunity to post some of that stuff. But a lot of it has to do with whoever you're connected with as well. Your type of group. I'm connected with a lot of PR people, a lot of journalists, a lot of people that are active in the social media world, and they kind of want to see crazy stuff. And I'm not quite kind of sure who you're connected with. But, try it out. Maybe, do some outreach. I don't give you guys, I used to, the first year I taught this class, I gave them, you had to get so many, like, friends and followers, and I don't do that to you guys. So, just be active with who's on your, who you're connected with, because it's all about connectivity on LinkedIn. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've gotten more followers since I've been posting on LinkedIn. And also, when it comes to what I post, most of it's professional stuff. But, for example, I mean, I do post some humorous stuff that has to do with grammar and that type of thing. So, to keep it from being so dry.
No, that's cool. Right on. And again, it's probably because before you never really posted to it, right? A lot of people don't think of ever really actively posting to LinkedIn, and it's good. I mean, it's you're more organic, with that, and you've gotten your message out. And just like Facebook, when a person that's connected with you likes your LinkedIn post or likes your your picture or whatever that you post on LinkedIn in the news feed, their friends see it too. I think not the third connection. You know how there's first, second, and third tier connections? The first and second tiers see it, but not the third, because they think that you're too far disassociated, I guess, with each other. That's good point. That's cool. Did people leave comments more? Are you finding people just liking your posts? What are you seeing?
More people are liking it, and also I occasionally get comments, but I'm getting more, I would say I'm just getting more people requesting to be connections on LinkedIn.
No, that's great. And that's what it's all about. It's I hate to say this now. It used to, I mean, and you guys know this. You guys, are working class and stuff. It's all about who you know. I mean, you might be the best PR person. You might be the best social media. You might be really good at learning the organics, the analytics of it. But that's why LinkedIn is so popular. And I always tell everybody this. LinkedIn, if people are searching you and they're Googling you, which more than likely they will because you guys are all communication people, that LinkedIn profile is going to be on the #1 Google page of you. It always is. I mean, no matter how good your blogs are, this or that, LinkedIn will always be in that top 10. I don't know why. It's just I've never been stumped on it. You guys should all Google yourselves and see. Especially with your blogs. Your blogs is your content. It's great, man. You guys are writing your blogs. Share those blogs away. Share them away on different multiple platforms. I always tell everybody, I just kind of say that over and over. And don't be shy about it. Seriously, what you guys are writing, your content is good. If I haven't said anything, or touched base with you yet on it, your blogs are right on and things like that. So, I'm proud of you guys. Right on, it's great. It's great. So, anybody else have anything on LinkedIn? You know, like a comment, or what do you think so far of posting?
It's gotten better for me at least. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really use LinkedIn too much because, you know, being a government employee, like I said in my blog and what like branding yourself says, you don't really have, you're not really empowered to connect with the private sector. So but now that, you know, I read the book and I'm reaching out, I'm seeing an increase in connections, and it's just really cool. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but it's obviously this class what I'm learning, but yeah, it makes sense now. Things are starting to click for me.
That's cool.
And across, so yeah, I'm really happy.
No, that's good to hear, you know. And LinkedIn, let me look at my notes here real quick. You know, LinkedIn, it's really good for, I don't know if any of you guys have joined a lot of groups. You know, join the groups. There's PR groups, there's social media groups, there's, I mean, you name the group, there's a group out there on LinkedIn for that. And those active discussions within those groups, get on there. They're basically message boards. And they have these message boards with groups, and if you get in, you know, depending on what type of group it is, you can upload files, you can upload pics, you can just have conversations back and forth. I mean, it's really a cool tool to use, and a lot of people don't think about doing that. Just, you know, I'll tell you who it is. Your techie savvy, really connected PR types, but you know, I mean, you have to do it. And I guarantee you, if you're looking for a job with what we do in our realm of business, absolutely, it is positively one of the best things you can do to help with jobs. If you've never used LinkedIn to find a job, or ever just searched LinkedIn for like jobs maybe in your sector within your local area, really try to do that. Check that out and see how easy it is. LinkedIn. Let me show you this to you here on my phone. LinkedIn actually just came up with a second app. Okay, dang it, this crappy camera. See it? I don't think you can see it at all. Okay, so you have your LinkedIn app. Let me see if you can see it from back here. You can't. Damn. Whatever. You can't see it, but up here. So here's my LinkedIn. It's just with the I and the N, that app. And again, for you know, Droids and iPhones, it's just in the Play Store, the App Store. But there's one next to it called Connected, and it's got three little like outlines of people on it, and it's blue. Man, I wish I could get this to work. Not at all. I'll send you a link to it. But it's Connected's available, and again, in the app and the Play Store. It's a free app. So basically, what Connected is, it takes your news feed with LinkedIn. How the LinkedIn app has, you know, it's okay with features. It's not as great or robust as the, you know, as a desktop. But the Connected app, it basically gives you your news feed, and it's pretty cool. If you're hanging out, you know, if you're waiting on something, or you're waiting on your kids, or, you know, who knows, you got 2 minutes to spend. It's like kind of like a Facebook newsfeed. You can just scroll through it, like things, you know, comment, blah blah blah. And there's a couple other functions with it. I haven't played it with it a lot. It's only been out seriously for about 2 weeks. So check that out, and that really will help you with your LinkedIn. Has anybody ever used LinkedIn for jobs, like you know, you posted a job that you're hiring for, or you tried to look for a job on it? Nobody?
I've looked for jobs on there before.
Yeah. Have you ever been hired from it?
No, but I've used my LinkedIn account to get a job.
Nice, nice.
But
With your current
not a job that was posted on LinkedIn.
So how did you use it? Just as an example, or how did you use your account?
Well, I have a buddy that's a career advisor at Northwestern, and he got me hip to LinkedIn a long time ago and was like, "Oh, you got to get on here because it's going to be the best thing for business." And at first I was like, I don't get it. I don't know why it's going to be so important. But then when I started seeing how he was building his resume on there, it showed me the importance of it. So I tried to, I guess, make my page look as impressive as I could with what I had,
Cool.
and then tried to build followers from that.
No, that's perfect.
So it's worked for me pretty well, I guess.
Yeah? Awesome. Have you been active in posting before the class? Or have you seen an increase with your posting?
I've increased my postings since we've been in this class. Before, I would only post once in a while on LinkedIn.
Has it helped your reach, you think?
I think so because I've seen more likes, and a while I'll get a comment.
Cool.
But I tell you, the format I've seen the most response on is Twitter.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. We'll talk more about Twitter, and I mean, I knew that all of your guys' Twitter accounts, when you start tweeting as often as you have to for class and doing that, man, you explode. No, for sure. That's cool. Okay, so groups. Guys, seriously, check out groups. There's the PRSA, IUPUI, PRSA, PRSSA is on there as well. The Hoosier Council of what is it called? Hoosier Council of Public Relations and Marketing or something like that. I mean, there's a ton of them. So check out the groups. All right. So the next thing is, I hope that you guys have at least looked at my account because we're supposed to be connected now and things like that. So on my account, just like what Ryan was saying, it's filled out. I have all types of stuff. Make sure you have a few things, filled out in your account. A lot of people don't think of, but they can really help you, especially if you're looking for jobs or you just want to have, a more searchable account. Which the SEO benefits of LinkedIn are amazing for you personally. So basically, fill out any type of causes that you're there for, anything that you volunteered for. Those things are really important, and you might not think about it, but you might get that look or you might get that interview just because somebody connects with your cause. And I didn't have that filled out for the longest time, and I did, and I noticed my LinkedIn for some reason went from number 5 in my Google search to number 4. I get a little report that tells me how I'm searchable and who's searching me and stuff like that. So I think there's something to it. The other thing with it, let me hear. Okay, the other thing, is endorsements. You guys all know what those are, right? It's basically how you can just plus people, and give them the thumbs up, just like Facebook. I'll say this about endorsements. Some people hate them. I like them. Some people are kind of, whatever about the endorsements. The endorsements can seriously help you. Just like, postings, they get you in other people's news feeds. And people really do look down there and think, oh, what's relevant about this person? And when they see that you have, however, 20, 30 in social media or 20, 30 in writing or blogging or PR or communications, I mean, who knows, go for that because I really honestly believe that helps out with your profile. Excuse me. Woo! It is chilly up here in Grand Rapids, and I'm parched today, so I needed that. Sorry. Hey, so LinkedIn. So have you guys, you've accepted endorsements and you're endorsing other people? I take it, since everybody knows what that is, right? I figured out pretty much. Okay, cool. The other thing with LinkedIn, and if you haven't done this, there's a LinkedIn widget that you can put on your WordPress blogs. Okay, just search, LinkedIn widget, Google that, and it can be, there's a couple different types of them. You can have news feeds, you can have follow and then your name just with a little IN and stuff like that. Add that to your WordPress blog. It can only help. It can't hurt you. And really, always keep up with your LinkedIn account. I'm telling you, after the class, if there's 2 things, that you really keep up with, Twitter and LinkedIn. Seriously, it will only help you. I've met people through LinkedIn. I've actually got some freelance jobs through LinkedIn that I've done, with some consulting work and some websites and things like that. So fill that out. Oh, and the other thing is I have to add this actually onto my notes because they just enabled this. You guys know that you can now have a cover photo on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. Anybody know that? Anybody see that? I have one on mine, which I'm sitting on the couch at Fox 59. So add a cover photo. It helps. And your profile pic. Most of you guys have a good profile pic for your LinkedIn page, but again, don't have it be a Bahama Mama, in your hand, and you got like a flower shirt on or something like that. I mean, shoot. If you're, a guy, wear a shirt with a collar. Don't just wear a T-shirt. If you're a girl, don't have a very busty cleavagey shirt on, something like that. I mean, I'm not saying you have to have a headshot you know, because I think mine's like that. But just, you know, have something decent on there, and not, you know, not necessarily what you would have on maybe your Twitter or your Facebook, you know, type of profile pic. So, all right, LinkedIn. Let me see here. What else do I have about this? Cover photo. Oh yeah, success story. I completely glanced over that. So I wanted to tell you the success story of a guy that I know, and he actually got a job from LinkedIn. And he's one of the. I'll tell you this. He's one of the only few people that I've ever known that's gotten a job. You know, including myself. But this was his big full-time PR job, working with the Indie Fringe Theater Company in Indianapolis, which is a nonprofit group that I used to do some volunteering for and help them out with like their website and social stuff, things like that. So basically, he posted on there, you know, his stuff, got in. I was helping out Indie Fringe, and it was from me looking, and we found this person on LinkedIn, you know, because I wanted good quality. You know, the people that you go for that you really like are usually better quality type of candidates and applicants, especially if they have a filled out LinkedIn page and they, you know, they've been doing posts and liking and they've been active and things like that. So he got this job straight from pretty much having a filled out LinkedIn page. I was Googling stuff, things like that, and you know, it works. So next time you're in that predicament, or if you're actively looking for something, you know, give it a shot. It can help. Oh, the last thing, that's right. The paid versus non-paid LinkedIn. Does anybody here have paid LinkedIn or ever done the paid version?
No.
I've done it once.
Once? Okay, for how long, and like why'd you pay for it? What was your purpose, can I ask?
It was a couple years ago, and I think it's when I got my app out there, and I was trying anything to get to build a presence. Paid for it for a couple months, and I'm like, you know, I got too busy with other things, and I didn't really understand it. So I canceled it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. So, you know, that was a couple years ago, and actually from a couple years ago, I'm just actually pulling this up on my other computer. That way I have LinkedIn.com. It's changed, all right? It's still, doggone it, I would not be logged in. Of course I wouldn't be logged in. Whatever, okay. Okay, so now with paid, it's not cheap. It's $30 a month. And, you know, they don't make it cheap on you. They don't give you any tiers or anything like that. So it's $30 a month now. When you go to paid LinkedIn, there's 4 different options now that you have that you can take the paid route. I know one of them is you're an employer posting jobs. Okay, so it gets you a better reach, gets you out there more with, you know, your people. One of them is you're a person seeking, looking for a job. Okay. The other one is you want to be a curator, because like the people that run the groups and things like that, there's a lot more robust type of features with that. And dang it, I cannot even think of the fourth one. It's pretty common to, I can't even think of it right now. But so then there's a fourth, you know, one that you can pick. But you can switch back and forth between like what premium service you're paying for. You know, like after 1 month, you know, a second month. I think you can only do it per month. But, you know, it's okay. I've done it before just to do it, because I was like, if I'm going to, you know, teach about this stuff and talk about it, you know, let's see what is the benefit. And it really does. It lets you send messages, you know, and I took the route of I'm looking for a job. I'm a job seeker. And it let me send more messages to people. You know how you don't have to be connected. Sometimes you get these messages from people you're not connected with. It's because they're premium, you know, on LinkedIn and stuff like that. It did open my like actual page up to a broader search. You know, I was actually more easily searchable and things like that. But honestly, I think if you're not actively looking for a job, or you're really, you know, you're using it, you know, to find someone to work with, maybe from your employer, I don't think you need to use the paid service. Really, a lot of social media people just use the free one. You know, people in the business, people, PR people, because you can, as long as you're connected with someone, you can communicate with them over LinkedIn with the free service. So I'm going to move on so we can talk about Facebook. But anybody have any like anecdotes or any questions about LinkedIn real quick?
The only thing I didn't hear you talk about was having other people make recommendations for you as far as writing out like a written recommendation.
No, that's a good point, and actually I have it right here, and I glanced over it. Recommendations. Do you guys know what Ryan means by that? Does everybody know what those are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, it's just where you can plus people, you can recommend people, and then you can actually leave. I think it's like 200 or 300 words. I have I think 3 on my page, and I've given out probably 5 to 7 of them. But yeah, recommendations are great, and they really do help get you out there as well. Do you have a few recommendations, Ryan?
Yeah, I try to get people that I've worked with to write good ones for me, but I find that if it's a person in the organization that's pretty high up, then usually they either forget about it because they're so ad hoc, or they just won't do it, or whatever. I don't know.
No. Yeah, that's right. I've asked people too to give me a recommendation. That is, he's talking about you can request people to give you a recommendation. It's okay. I mean, and honestly, the people that have given me my recommendations were like my closest buddies at the jobs and things like that. So I don't know how it is for you, but yeah, I've never been able to get I'm connected with the CFO and the CEO of our company now, and I haven't asked them, but you're right. I've never tried to get somebody really higher up to give me a recommendation. Maybe I should. That's a good point. Right on, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right. Anything else with LinkedIn? Everybody's cool? Okay, right on. So let's talk Facebook. And hey, man, I know everybody here knows Facebook, right? Do you know it personally? Has everybody here used it for business? Like created a like button page, or is there anyone in class that hasn't done that? No? Wow. Right on, everyone. Okay, go you guys. So
I haven't done that.
oh,
I
you
haven't
haven't?
done that. No.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about that. Basically creating a like page, it's free. And I tell everybody this, with the like button pages. If you have any type of a business or a tangible good to sell, or you're a nonprofit, you need to reach a public group of audience of people. That's what you can use a like button page for. You can use, man, for everything. And I know you guys have seen those. I mean, nonprofits. I'm fanboy stuff. I'm just looking around my room. Star Wars, LinkedIn, YouTube. I mean, you name it. Sour Patch Kids. Got some Sour Patch Kids sitting there. They got a Facebook page too. Everybody does. Everybody likes the like button page, but it's a true known fact, and you can look this up. And I'll send you guys some blog post links on this week. That after people like a business page or like a like page, they're only 20 to 30% likely to ever go back there, unless they're really truly engaged in said product or business or movie or candy, or iPhone, I mean, you name it, or Green Lantern, because I like the Green Lantern, and they all have their like button pages. Like button pages. Oh, man, I have such a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I'll tell you guys that. I love Facebook for some aspects, and I truly loathe and really hate Facebook for some aspects. Facebook, they started the public, they wanted to go public. They're a public business now, and they're traded on stocks, but Twitter is now. Facebook started that. It was a big snafu. I don't know if you guys remember that. After they went public, it found out that they were kind of semi-inflating their numbers a little bit, and they weren't as, because after the first quarter and then the second quarter came out, it was like, these aren't the numbers we projected, or had. So it happens. Why don't I like Facebook? Because of the business side of it. Because if you have a like button page now and you truly want to reach people, reach your audience, you have to spend money. I mean, the free ride is over. And it sucks, because that's what social media is supposed to be all about. I wish that they wouldn't have changed their algorithms like they do and, lock down the business pages. I mean, I'll tell you this, 2 years ago, I was not here. I was just getting ready to come to Mary Free, but up in Grand Rapids. But I was still doing Do It Indie, and I saw the reach with my show in Indianapolis with the Do It Indie page. We had, I think it was 10,000, 12,000 people that liked us. So I would reach anywhere from 30 to 40% of those people, and overnight I saw that fall down to like 20, 25%. And then it fell down to 15%. And and it fell down to 10%. And now, if you post and you don't put any money behind it in your business page, I mean, again, there's so much more that goes into it, like time of day and when your audience is on and things like that. But what I'm basically saying is you're going to reach no matter what time of day it is, unless you have the most engaged audience ever, and that's just big business. And even big businesses hit like 5% if you're lucky. It's usually 3 to 5% that you would reach. Right now, on Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital's Facebook page that I've run now for a little over a year and a half, I have 5,060 likes. Let's see here. Monday, I posted a post without a boost at supposedly 3:32 p.m. The mid-afternoon to early evening works really well for us. I don't know why, but I think it's our demographics. But I posted it, didn't give it a boost. We only reached 256 people out of 5,000 people. So the day after that, today is Thursday, this would have been Tuesday, I posted a photo album of our wheelchair basketball team playing that we have at Mary Free Bed that we took over the weekend. And I put $5, $5, that's it, behind it. And I said I wanted to go to people that like our page and their friends. And I reached 1,600 people with $5, all right, of my 5,000 people, so it just ticks me off. I mean, it really does. Everybody, it's still the same pride. What's up?
I said I feel your pain.
Oh yeah, you probably with the library, right? You spend money, right? Do you have a budget to boost those?
I don't spend money there because I have no budget.
Oh.
And then when they cut Facebook for my band, it was real detrimental.
Man, that stinks. That does stink, especially for your band, man. Facebook's supposed to be about the music, but you should get on MySpace. Here's my A to D for this half hour. I'm serious. The new MySpace, when Justin Timberlake bought it and redid it about a year and a half, 2 years ago, it's right on. It's a great interface. The problem is it doesn't work very well mobily, but that's okay. But for music, it's really turned into what it should be, and it's a music haven now. So really cool. But I do have a page still. If you're not a music person, you can create a page and create little playlists down at the bottom and stuff like that, and people can play your playlist. It's really cool. No more just one song like old MySpace used to be, which I'm sure a few of you had an old MySpace account like I did. So right on. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, Facebook posts with business reach, man. I just it kills me and it hurts me in the heart the way that it is. And Facebook's really gone on the prowl, like with people using personal pages, because yes, there's a definite difference for those of you that have done it. And Michael, you haven't done it, but I'll tell you this. They think that it's the same, but there's a definite difference in the back end, how you update and do things, and how you reach people between the personal pages, which is what you all have, and then a like button type of page, which is whatever that might be. And it just is the way it is. And here's my next anecdote as we're getting here. We're like at 6:29, so that's all I'm going to say about Facebook, because I seriously could go on for hours and hours and hours about Facebook. For me, I actually, my budget for this past year was a few $1,000s, and I used that at Mary Free Bed Rehab Hospital to boost their posts. And I'm telling you, I know it helped us out, because I just see the numbers, and looking at the numbers every week and every month, it just makes sense. And it stinks, but it's the way it is. Okay, so okay, my last thing for Facebook before I get on to my Google Plus anecdote here to end class. Post video. If you don't post video on Facebook, video is a new picture on Facebook. I've seen a lot of blogs about that lately. I actually tested it. I posted a picture and then a video and then a picture and a video for a few weeks. And when I say post a video, you have to post it natively to Facebook. It does better than photos now. I don't know why, but they've changed their algorithm again, and they're giving less, clout and stuff to photos, and it's going to be your videos. So here's the last thing as I end class, man. You guys hear about what happened to Google Plus this week? Anybody? No? Oh. Breaks my heart. I always thought Google Plus would outlast Facebook. and it looks like Google is going to be shutting Google Plus down. About 6 months ago, they let the VP go that had developed Google Plus, and they did some restructuring and things like that. And I think it's going to be about 6 months, and then in 6 months, they'll pretty much be phased out. But I think what they're doing is they're taking their favorite aspects of what they found out and what they developed with Google Plus, and they're putting it to other things like Hangouts. I think, and this stuff and Hangouts on Air are going to go to YouTube. I think their photo sharing thing that they have is going to go to just like the Google suite of things, and it's going to become something. So I don't know. This might be the last semester that we get to have Google Plus Hangouts, and I'm going to have to get back into the on-course way. This is just such a smoother way than doing it with the the IUware and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, but keep up your post. Google Plus is still king. I've never seen a Google Plus page still that's not on the #1 of a search. So there you go. Hey, and that's it. You guys have your article review due this Sunday, so make sure you get that in. And we're 2 weeks out from having your midterms due, so make sure you let me know if you have any questions at all with shooting it, with editing it, getting the stuff that you need onto the actual video itself. And make sure you don't go over that 3:30 time limit. I do not want to see anything over that because it helps you guys become more precise storytellers. So thanks a lot, and that's it for tonight's broadcast.